Ever wondered where the first wheel rolled, the first law code was written, or where writing itself was invented? Welcome to Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. Nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, in what is now modern-day Iraq, Mesopotamia was a fertile crescent, a dreamland for early settlers. Its name, in fact, translates to land between the rivers, a practical description reflecting its geographical features. This fertile land was ripe for cultivation, beckoning with the promise of growth, both of crops and civilization. At the heart of it all were the Sumerians, the pioneers of civilization who established their roots around 4,500 years before Christ. They were the trailblazers, the ones who dared to dream and create, and in doing so, they set the ball of civilization rolling. The Sumerians were not just settlers, they were inventors, innovators, and visionaries. They gave the world its first taste of urban living with the development of city-states, each a hub of social, political, and economic activity. They constructed monumental architectural works and intricate irrigation systems, demonstrating an understanding of engineering and planning that was far ahead of their time. But their most remarkable contribution was perhaps the invention of the wheel. Picture this, a world without cars, carts, or bicycles. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? That's the world the Sumerians transformed with their invention. Suddenly, transport became easier, trading flourished, and distances shrunk. Simultaneously, they were also busy creating a system of writing known as cuneiform, an assembly of wedge-shaped marks on clay tablets. Cuneiform allowed them to record history, laws, and literature. It was the birth of written communication, a revolutionary concept that forever changed the course of human history. The Sumerians were the architects of civilization, crafting a world that would set the stage for the great empires to come. Their contributions were the building blocks, the foundation stones upon which the edifice of civilization was constructed. Indeed, the Sumerians laid the groundwork for the complex societies that were yet to come in Mesopotamia. As the Sumerian civilization began to wane, a new power arose, the Akkadians, led by their ambitious king, Sargon. The Akkadians emerged from the northern regions of Mesopotamia around the 24th century BC under the leadership of Sargon of Akkad, a name that would resonate through the annals of history. Sargon, a man of remarkable ambition and military prowess, set about expanding his kingdom, successfully assimilating the Sumerian city-states into what is often considered the world's first empire. His rule extended from the Mediterranean Sea in the west to the Zagros Mountains in the east, creating a domain that was diverse in culture, language, and tradition. The Akkadian Empire was not just about territorial expansion, it was a melting pot of innovation and advancement. The Akkadian language, for instance, became the lingua franca of the region, the common tongue for trade, diplomacy, and literature. It was a Semitic language, different from Sumerian, yet it absorbed and preserved a significant amount of Sumerian vocabulary and grammar, showcasing the cultural exchange that marked this era. But all empires, no matter how grand, faced challenges. The Akkadian Empire was no exception. After about 200 years of rule, it began to crumble. Invading forces from the north and east, combined with internal strife, led to its downfall. The Gutians, a people from the Zagros Mountains, overran the Akkadian heartland, marking the end of Sargon's empire. Yet even in its decline, the Akkadian Empire left a lasting impact. The Akkadian language continued to be used for centuries, even as the political entity that had promoted it disappeared. It became the foundation for other Semitic languages, including Hebrew and Arabic, and its cuneiform script was the vehicle for the first great works of world literature. The Akkadians' reign, albeit short, set a precedent for future empires in Mesopotamia. They showed what was possible when ambition met innovation, when diversity was embraced, and when language was used as a tool for unity. Indeed, the Akkadians' legacy lived on, echoing through the ages and the empires that followed. Following the Akkadians' fall, a new force emerged, the Babylonians, led by the famous king Hammurabi. Now, Hammurabi wasn't just another king with a fancy title. He was a lawgiver, a visionary, a man whose influence still resonates in our legal systems today. He introduced Hammurabi's Code, the earliest complete legal code in recorded history. This wasn't just a list of do's and don'ts. but a comprehensive system, a social contract, if you will, that sought to establish justice, righteousness, and fairness in the land. And Hammurabi's code was just the tip of the iceberg. The Babylonians were also pioneers in the fields of mathematics and astronomy. They developed a sexagesimal system, which is a fancy way of saying they counted in 60s. This system is the reason why we have 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour today. They even gave us the 7-day week, a concept so fundamental to our lives that it's easy to forget someone had to come up with it. In the realm of astronomy, the Babylonians had their eyes firmly set on the stars. They charted the movements of celestial bodies, predicting eclipses and planetary positions with an accuracy that still astounds us today. Their astronomical diaries, kept over centuries, provide a wealth of information about the cosmos as they saw it. But as the sun sets, the moon must rise. The Babylonian Empire, despite its many accomplishments, was not immune to the cycles of rise and fall that characterized ancient civilizations. They eventually succumbed to the Hittites and Kassites, two groups from the north who brought their own unique contributions to the rich tapestry of Mesopotamia. Indeed, the Babylonians, with their advancements in law and science, added another rich layer to Mesopotamian civilization. Their legacy continues to influence our world, reminding us of a time when the sun set on their empire, only for the moon to rise and illuminate a new chapter in the story of Mesopotamia. From the ashes of the fallen Babylonian Empire rose the mighty Assyrians. As the Babylonian sun set, a new titan was ready to command the stage of history. The Assyrians, whose lands had been a cradle of civilization, were about to show the world their true might. These were not just conquerors, they were innovators, pioneers in the art of war. They were the first to understand the strategic value of iron, transforming it into weapons of unprecedented strength. Their military prowess was not born merely out of brute force. It was the result of ingenuity, strategy, and the relentless pursuit of advancement. Iron was their secret weapon, a game changer. The Assyrians mastered its use long before any other civilization, crafting weapons that were both durable and deadly. This gave them a significant advantage on the battlefield, enabling them to carve out one of the largest empires the world had ever seen. But the Assyrians were not all about war. They had a profound appreciation for knowledge and culture. In the heart of their empire, in the city of Nineveh, stood a testament to their intellectual pursuits, a vast library home to thousands of clay tablets. These tablets held the wisdom of the ages, from literature and science to law and religion. This treasure trove of knowledge, the Library of Nineveh, was the intellectual hub of the ancient world. However, even the greatest empires are not impervious to time and conflict. The mighty Assyrian Empire fell to a coalition led by the Babylonians and Medes. The Iron Titans had met their match, their cities razed, their libraries burned. But their legacy lived on, their influence seeping into the civilizations that followed. The Assyrians, fierce and scholarly, marked the end of an era in Mesopotamia. They were the Iron Age Titans, a beacon of military might and intellectual prowess. Their story serves as a reminder of the relentless march of time and the cyclical nature of history. They rose, they ruled, and they fell. But their mark on the annals of history remains indelible. From the innovative Sumerians to the mighty Assyrians, Mesopotamia was truly a cradle of civilization. This region, nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, served as a fertile ground for human progress. Witnessed by the rise and fall of several remarkable empires, let's take a moment to reflect on these civilizations. First, we had the Sumerians, who gifted us with the earliest form of writing, cuneiform. They were the architects of the first cities, establishing the foundation of urban life that we recognize today. Their ziggurats, or stepped pyramids, were not only architectural marvels, but also a testament to their deep spiritual beliefs. Then came the Akkadians. Under the leadership of Sargon the Great, they created the world's first empire, demonstrating the power of centralized governance and military might. Their influence was felt far beyond their borders, shaping the politics and cultures of neighboring regions. The Babylonians took the torch next. Their most notable king, Hammurabi, gave us one of the earliest written legal codes, establishing justice as a cornerstone of civilization. His code, while harsh by our standards, demonstrated an understanding of social order and responsibility that still resonates today. Finally, we had the Assyrians, the Iron Age titans. Known for their military prowess and innovative warfare strategies, they were the juggernauts of their time. Yet they weren't just warriors. Assyria was also a center of learning and culture, leaving behind a rich legacy of art, literature, and science. As we look back at Mesopotamia's ancient civilizations, we see the first echoes of our own societies. They laid the groundwork for many aspects of modern life, from laws to city planning, from literature to warfare. It's a powerful reminder that history is not just about the past, but also a mirror, reflecting our present and future. By understanding where we've come from, we gain insights into where we're headed. This is the enduring legacy of the Cradle of Civilization.